I'm Maysha with As Long As You're Breathing. And many of you have heard me talk about perimeters and boundaries, and you know that I'm very sensitive to the word boundary. I'm a perimeter person. I believe that we decide how is it that we want to be treated in the world. Then we treat ourselves that way first. And then we put that energy out. And when we do, that is mutual respect. And that is the perimeter that we show up putting out. And anything, anyone, any situation that we attract back toward us is going to fit within the perimeters of that energy that we have sent out. And if it doesn't, well, then we should be able to identify that. And that's where boundary comes into play. You see, sometimes, such as with narcissists or borderline personality disorders, people who target high energy people, you do have to have boundaries. But for the most part, boundaries are about you, protecting you. And it's not even really protection. It's about not over course correcting. It's about managing yourself so that you don't get triggered and overreact. And I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you're someone who has been in several relationships where you were treated like a child. You were condescended to. You were controlled. You were told how to behave. You were made to feel inferior. And so you're out with, let's say, a friend or somebody else that you're dating, whatever the case may be, and they start saying things like telling you how to act around people they know. Or they start telling you not to look over your shoulder and stare when they don't know why you're looking over your shoulder. Or they start telling you things like turn your phone off or how to manage your phone. Now, you're going to be triggered. There's no doubt about it. No matter how much you've released, no matter how healed you are, no matter how much you've pulled your energy to yourself, raised your vibration, all of those things, if you're in that situation long enough and that person is close enough to you, you're going to get triggered. This is where your boundary comes into play. How much do you use your voice? That feeling that you have, it's going to be close to you. Do you let yourself have a boundary that is like this, that says, well, that's your friend or that's your new boyfriend. You can't say anything. You'll ruin the relationship. You'll lose them. Maybe they're right, etc., etc. Then you have just walled yourself off and you're putting yourself back into the same situation you were in. Or do you put it all the way out and you have no boundary and you just let them have it? And you say, you know what? I lived that way once. Ain't no way I'm going to live that way again. And then you've over course correct because maybe the person didn't really mean it the way you're taking it. Or maybe they've been in a situation where someone really has embarrassed them, etc., etc. And so they're over course correcting. No, your boundary is what you have set for yourself. So you have taken the time, you've taken a deep breath, and you've concluded for yourself what's the proper energy that I allow myself to use in this situation. And that's when you say something like, I appreciate that you brought it up, but I would not have behaved that way anyway. Just so we're clear. But, okay, I'm acknowledging what you said. It's noted. But I would not have behaved that way anyway. Or you acknowledge that, yes, your phone was making noise, but you've got a handle on your phone. It's not their problem. It's yours. You got it. Or, yes, I'm looking that direction, but I'm looking that direction for my reason, and it's really no concern of yours. And you can say it politely. But you voice what you have to voice. You do it politely, but firmly. And you maintain the boundary. You didn't let it come here and trigger you and put you back in, I don't matter, or the way I do things isn't good enough, or if I speak up, I'm not going to be liked or loved anymore. You didn't wall yourself off and let yourself become belittled again. But you didn't put it way out here somewhere and let your energy just run amok and over course correct and really let them have it and let them know, ain't nobody talking to me like that anymore. No, you handled it appropriately. You have your boundary. Boundaries are for us. Boundaries aren't to manage other people. You see, we cannot manage other people. The only time we manage other people are when they are a true threat to us, like the narcissist, like the borderline personality disorder people, like the lion, tiger, bear, oh my, where we really need our fear to kick in. Those are when we have boundaries of those types, real walls. Otherwise, we operate with parameters, and the parameters are set by the energy that we put out. And that energy is the mutual respect. And if you notice, when you operate that way, when you use boundaries in that way, what you put out was mutual respect. How would you have wanted to be treated if you were making that quote-unquote mistake yourself and telling someone else how to behave? You would want them to give you the benefit of the doubt and respectfully let you know, I don't need you to tell me how to behave, but yet not make you feel belittled or embarrassed, etc., etc. You see, boundaries work and prevent us from over-course correcting. They keep us in the right energy. They keep us healthy, happy, and whole. They keep us in our vibrational frequency. But boundaries don't affect what someone else does. And the only time they are walls are when we are truly in danger. The narcissist, the borderline behavior person, that type thing. So I want to be very clear about parameters and boundaries. When we go putting things in our lives that wall us up, that do this to us, we're only hurting ourselves. We're alone. We're in this, well, I'm controlling everything, but damn, what am I controlling? I think I'm controlling everything. Well, you are. But you've walled yourself up to where all you're controlling is really all you can control anyway. You see, you've walled yourself up, but all you're controlling is what you really have control over anyway, yourself. Do you understand? But then when you put your boundaries way out there and you're like, no, I'm controlling all of them and I've got my space here. No, you're over course correcting and you're being rude and arrogant and all of those things. And is that how you want to be treated? Because that's the energy you're putting out. So that is the energy you're going to get back. That is the energy you're going to attract into your life. Maybe not all parts of it, but in parts of it. Is that what you want to attract? No. Your boundary is to control you and your energy management of yourself. But we want to live by our parameters. And that needs to be mutual respect. So, just wanted to share that with you all today. Hope you all are having an amazing April 1st. And remember, if we live from our hearts, as long as we're breathing, we'll be living in great big capital letters. And we ain't nobody's fool, especially our own. Bye.